The winter night draped its icy tendrils over the quiet town, the moon casting haunting shadows upon the snow-covered streets. As I sat by the fireplace, seeking warmth from the biting cold, a sharp knock shattered the quietness, echoing through the empty house. It was well past midnight, and the thought of visitors at such an hour sent a shiver down my spine. With caution, I approached the door, met with the frigid air of the winter night. No one at the door but a small envelope left on the doorstep. I tore it open, revealing a single, chilling message. "Will you survive the night?" Dread settled like a heavy blanket over me as I read the ominous words, my heart hammering in my chest. Before I could process the meaning behind the sinister note, the lights flickered and died, leaving me engulfed in darkness. Panic seized me as I fumbled for a flashlight, the scent of fear thick in the air. The darkness pressed in around me, suffocating and oppressive, as if the very night itself conspired against me. With each passing moment, the air grew colder, sending shivers racing down my spine. I was alone, stranded in the black abyss, with only the echo of my own heartbeat for company. Suddenly, a sound shattered the silence, a faint scratching at the window. My breath caught in my throat as I crept toward the source of the noise. Through the frosted glass, I caught sight of a shadowy figure lurking outside in the cold darkness. With trembling hands, I reached for the phone, only to find it dead in my grasp. The realization hit me like a physical blow. I was utterly alone, at the mercy of whatever malevolent force lurked in the night. As the hours dragged on, the darkness seemed to take on a life of its own. Shadows danced upon the walls, casting shapes that seemed to leer at me from the depths of the abyss. The scent of dread hung heavy in the air, thick and suffocating. And then, just as the night reached its darkest hour, a sound echoed through the stillness, a heavy thud against the door. My heart felt like it lunged out of my chest as I watched in horror, the feeling of terror mixed with the bitter cold of the night. With a trembling hand, I reached for the door, my pulse pounding in my ears. As I flung it open, a man bolted towards me, his face hidden by the darkness. Panic surged through me as he lunged forward, intent on breaking into my house. In a desperate bid for survival, I slammed the door shut, trapping his arm in the doorframe. The man howled in pain, his cries echoing through the night, but I refused to let him. With each passing moment, the struggle intensified. Driven by sheer instinct, I reached for my car keys, the metal biting into my skin as I plunged them into the man's flesh. He recoiled in agony, his eyes wild with terror, before finally retreating into the darkness from where he came. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, casting its golden glow upon the snow-covered landscape, I breathed a sigh of relief. The darkness receded, chased away by the warmth of the morning sun, and I knew that I had survived the night, and whatever twisted games the man had thrown my way.